Hello everybody. In this video we'll try to understand what happens when Jupiter is in the 6th house of a horoscope. So what is 6th house basically in the Vedic astrology? 6th house is called as the Aribhava. Aribhava means Shatru Bhava. Shatru means the enemy. So basically the 6th house represents your enemies, your competitors, your debts, your loans, diseases, health issues, your service orientedness, your job, your first job generally, and also the daily work routine that you do. And in addition to that, your legal disputes, the conflicts in your life, and your discipline. Your discipline is mainly indicated by your sixth house, and your struggle in the life is also indicated by the sixth house. Now, what is Jupiter basically? Jupiter stands for wisdom, knowledge, spirituality, dharma, and also Jupiter is the significator of wealth in Vedic astrology. It is a significator of prosperity, children. To some extent, it is the significator of, you know, uh, the kind of expansion you get in your life, and the grace of teachers and elders on you, your optimism, and the divine grace that you have in your life. It means fundamentally we call it as the blessings, and the guidance that you get in your life is Jupiter. And also the higher morality that you have is indicated by Jupiter. Jupiter impacts all these things in your life. So when Jupiter is placed in the sixth house, the person's wisdom and righteousness are tested through some kind of conflicts, some kind of debts, diseases, and enemies as well. So basically, your wisdom and righteousness are going to be tested with the sixth house significations. So, one important thing here is Jupiter brings protection, but the house itself, the sixth house itself, is a bit tougher, right? So, what happens when Jupiter is sitting in the sixth house? Generally speaking, the fundamental thing is when Jupiter is sitting in the sixth house, it is called as the protector in troubles. That is the whole theme. So, Jupiter gives intelligence and moral strength to overcome enemies and diseases in your life. So, such a person may not escape challenges, but they eventually find solutions for sure. So, this is a kind of um, a good position in this sense. And I want to tell you, just imagine you're playing a chess game where enemies keep attacking you, right? So even though you face constant threats, you always have a kind of mentor in your life, mentor in your game. That is that is how Jupiter acts here, right? So somebody is whispering in your ears about the right moves when you are playing chess, how you feel. Similarly, when Jupiter is sitting in the sixth house, it's a kind of mentor that is guiding you in your difficult times, in your troubles. And another important thing is the service through knowledge. So these people often excel in jobs where they serve others, like teaching, law, mainly law. You can become a very good lawyer, and your health. Means you can serve in terms of health, not your health. You can serve, uh, you know for others health solutions, and you can do very good social work. So basically, when people have Jupiter in the sixth house, their work may involve solving disputes or healing others or guiding others. This is the theme, fundamental theme. And just like a doctor who deals with diseases every day but uses wisdom to heal patients, that is the whole idea of Jupiter in the sixth house. So the karmic balance, if you observe, because it is the sixth house and it is always related to your enemies, debts, diseases. And so Jupiter here shows debts basically from past lives, especially spiritual or moral debts. So such a person might need to serve gurus or teachers or society to balance the karma. So your duty is to serve your teachers, your gurus, and also the society. That's why Jupiter is sitting in the sixth house for you in this life. There would be some challenges related to wealth, like, see, since Jupiter also rules wealth, in the sixth it can create struggles with debts, loans, or some court cases. That is expected. But eventually wisdom helps to settle matters, so don't worry. There would be some challenges, but that is your karma. You're going to balance it anyways. So just imagine, see, once a soldier was sent to the battlefield, because sixth house is a kind of battlefield. Just imagine in that sense. So because sixth house is indicated by your enemies, means the kind of battles, this kind of struggles that you face in your life. So just imagine a soldier was sent to the battlefield. He had fewer weapons compared to others, but he had a wise guru, who taught him the strategy. Instead of fighting head on, the soldier used intelligence to defeat enemies one by one. So ultimately, he's going to win. So this shows how Jupiter in the sixth doesn't remove enemies, but gives wisdom to win over the enemies. You're getting it? So do not worry about it. It's a kind of challenging position. At the same time, you're getting the guidance to overcome all the problems. So clearly, the Bruhat Parashara Horashastra, if you observe, Jupiter in the sixth can give debts and enemies, but the native will have the intelligence to overcome them. That is the statement given there, right? So you have enough intelligence to overcome them. Even if you observe other ancient scripts like Faladipika, it's Jupiter in the sixth gives obstacles in wealth, but the person will be righteous and defeat enemies for sure. So there is a kind of assurance given to you that you're going to overcome your hurdles, you're going to overcome your enemies. So there are some positive outcomes related to that. Victory over enemies and competitors, right, is a kind of, it's guaranteed to 99%, I would say. Wisdom to cure diseases. Often you can find very good doctors with this placement, good healers, good lawyers, good advisors. So service oriented career is very good for them. You can become a very good lawyer, a very good doctor. Social service you can do. You can become a very, very good teacher or professor, right? So you're good in handling disputes very, very fairly. It's like a judge. You can become a very good judge. Means in the court you see the magistrates or judges, right? You can become that. You're good in that, basically. There would be some negative outcomes if, especially, see, if Jupiter is malefic and sitting in the sixth house, it is also a good thing for you, because a malefic planet sitting in the sixth house is good. If Jupiter is positive and sitting in the sixth house, that is also good for you. It is acting like a very good mentor for you. But there are some negative in outcomes, because if this Jupiter is sitting on the Rahu Ketu axis, right? If your Rahu Ketu axis is falling on 6, 12 houses, then there is a possibility that the native will experience some chronic health problems like diabetes, liver or obesity related issues, right? This is the observation. And another important thing is the native would have tendency to get into debt and over trusting others, leading to some kind of betrayal in disputes. So you need to check for this when Rahu Ketu axis is present on your 6-12 axis and Jupiter is sitting in the 6th house. Sometimes, arrogance and knowledge may create some enemies for you, because Rahu Ketu axis is sitting on 6-12. So the negative outcomes I told you here are only because Jupiter's affliction due to Rahu Ketu axis. Otherwise, this is a good position. Even if your Jupiter is a negative one or Jupiter is a positive one, right? Means Jupiter is a malefic, then yes, sitting in the 6th house is a good thing only. If Jupiter is a benefic, yes, it will act like a very good mentor. It may give you some struggles and problems, but you're going to get a very good wisdom, a very good mentorship by this Jupiter's energy to overcome all the hurdles and the problems. So if you see that affliction, the Rahu Ketu axis affliction, right, or if any Saturn or Mars is also watching this particular Jupiter, then yes, you need to perform some remedies. So if some Saturn or Mars are watching your Jupiter with their aspects, then yes, you need to strengthen your Jupiter to some extent, not completely, because Jupiter is sitting in the sixth house. You can balance it. So while performing the remedies, you need some balance here. One thing is, if Rahu Ketu axis is on 612 and Jupiter is sitting in the sixth house, definitely you may need to perform some remedies. You just check if Jupiter is a functionally benefic planet for you or malefic. If it is malefic, sitting in the sixth house, then most of the times you may not need any remedies, because it is already working good for you. And then even struggles will give you some kind of maturity in your life. That is a good thing. But one thing I want to tell you, if your Jupiter is a benefic planet and you are into this kind of if you're a lawyer or a doctor or a judge, if you're into mentorship, then yes, you have to strengthen Jupiter a bit. Then you can add yellow things to your life, like you can eat chana dal, or you can eat turmeric, you can wear yellow clothes. Especially if you're a lawyer, yes, you have to wear yellow clothes. Thereby it's like a very great judge solving the problems. That is the fundamental thing. And see, if Rahu Ketu axis is falling in the 612 axis and Jupiter is sitting in the sixth house, you should definitely chant Vishnu Sahasranama daily. That is a very good thing. And charity on Thursdays is a very good thing for you. Like you can donate some yellow items also, some turmeric powder or chana dal or some yellow clothes or bananas. These are all some yellow things, right? You can donate them to some priests also. And even jaggery also you can feed to cows and all. So one thing is, it is a very good position if you are able to utilize it, I would say. If you are into solving disputes, yes, this energy is very good for you. It's not a bad energy. And even more, if you're a lawyer and if your Jupiter is weaker in the sixth house, you can strengthen it by wearing pukhraj. We say that's yellow sapphire gemstone, and thereby you can energize it, and you can do very good things as a lawyer or a judge. You can move to the ladder up and you can become judge also very quickly. So overall, horoscope is also need to be checked, because the ninth house is very much important for this as well. Now, another important thing is, Jupiter in the sixth is like a wise man in a battlefield. He's not a warrior, but he's a wise man. So he teaches you how to survive and win through intelligence, not by doing some fight. That's the most important thing I want to tell you. It's not by fight, it's through intelligence. So struggles will come, but Jupiter ensures you're not destroyed by them. So you're getting it. So you're able to serve the people better, very much better, through your intelligence, right? So focus on this point. You can do service, the seva, because Jupiter in the sixth shows that karmic debts. Do seva in hospitals, temples and schools. You can do that, right? So you can help the poor or give medicines for free as well. That is also a very good remedy, and you can do that. And the lifestyle remedies, if you want to talk about, see, maintain some kind of discipline if Rahu Ketu axis is sitting on your 612. Especially discipline in diet. Avoid overeating and excess sweets in your life, because Rahu Ketu axis affliction to Jupiter is a kind of imbalance. Because of that imbalance, you would have some indiscipline in your diet. That is, you may overeat, or You may have more sweets, and that would disturb your health. Better you practice yoga and meditation for balancing this when Rahu Ketu axis is on your Jupiter, or your Jupiter is on Rahu Ketu axis. I want to tell, right? Now, avoid unnecessary loans and arguments, because that is a fundamental thing. When Rahu Ketu axis is, when Jupiter is on your Rahu Ketu axis, the 6th 12, Jupiter in the 6th house, so automatically that unnecessary loans and unnecessary arguments would create some enemies and problems in your life. So better avoid it. That is number one lifestyle change that you need to do. And Rahu Ketu axis, Jupiter, so better you do some charity on Thursdays for sure. So this is the overall picture. It's something like you are in a battlefield for sure, but you need to use intelligence. Do not be harsh. Only use your intelligence. Then you can overcome your battles. That is for your life. And if you're a lawyer or a doctor, then it's a very very great thing. Even if you're into some banking, like this credit system and all, if you're into that area, then also it's a very good thing. You need to utilize this energy. If it is weaker, you need to strengthen it to some extent by adding yellow things to your life, so that you can use that intelligence to solve the problems, to solve other problems and get the money. Can become a very good lawyer, very good judge, very great professor. I would say that by this position, right? So thanks for watching this video.